Hello and welcome to the Global Pandemic on Business Talk Show. Now today as we speak, there are over 4 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 across the globe, with our very own country, Botswana, registering over 20 cases. Now there's still a question that arises across the world. Can we survive? Now we continue talking to businesses across the country to get to see how they've been affected by this pandemic in the country. And right about now, on the other side of the show, we are joined by Mr. Fred Otlogetso of Trek City Tours, and he's going to tell us about the business as well as the impact of COVID-19. Thank you very much, Mr. Otlogetso, for joining us. Now, can you tell us about your business and how COVID-19 or coronavirus has had an impact on it?
We are Fred Otlogetso, the Managing Director of Trek City Tours, a travel and tours services company. We specialize on tailor-made tour packages, on shuttle services, tourist sightseeing, conference transfers, church travels, sports clubs home and away, school charters, and social club tours. So basically, since this pandemic came in and then we went on a lockdown, business has been affected 100% from A to Z. Since right now you can't, let's say regarding tailor-made tour packages, you can't transport people from here to Moremi Gorge or to Sun City. You can't shuttle anyone from the airport since no one is coming in. There are no tourists. There are not lines traveling in between conferences. There are no church travels because they don't even have services. Sports clubs are not having any games. There are no school charters since schools are even closed. Social clubs are not even having games amongst themselves. So business is low. Business, in fact, it's not low. It has stopped completely. So the agreement that we had with my employees was that they can get at least a pay cut up until everything opens up and the economy reruns again.
Now, one would like to understand now if we get into a situation where now our social distancing becomes part of our life worldwide. What are some of the things or some of the solutions that you have come up with regards to conducting your business if that happens?
If the business is going to continue like this, if let's say the business landscape of travel and tours is going to continue being affected by what's going on, this means we're going to have to come up with new strategies. Since now the government says we have to be having a certain number of people boarding the vehicles. I think it will be 10. Basically, this means that as a business, we have to cover more ground. We have to look for more clients to maximize the number of tents, so that you have more numbers, because at the end of the day, business is all about the numbers. Also, the second plan is to diversify. I plan to diversify. I plan to use the profits to open another business which is more based on hygiene, looking at what's happening now in the world, in our country. I've already done the business plan, the financials, everything, the artworks, everything is done right now. I'm just waiting for the full opening of everything. Then I'll be kickstarting, because as they say, don't put your eggs in one basket.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Fred, for talking to us today. Now, right about now, we cross over for the global update on the impact of the pandemic across the world.
COVID-19 has placed tremendous pressure on business migration and mobility systems globally. With over 4 million cases recorded globally in the past 5 months, demand for air travel vanished and new border controls emerged as the coronavirus keeps spreading. In the Eurozone, the spread of the coronavirus has affected fluid cross-border travel and trade. As global trade keeps shrinking, the World Trade Organization has warned that global trade could decline by as much as 32% in 2020. Economic experts here in Botswana suggest that the economy may shrink by 50% in the year 2020. Africa's swift action to contain COVID-19 has been effective in repressing transmission so far. With over 51,000 confirmed cases across Africa, a new report by the Partnership for Evidence-Based Response to COVID-19 (PERC) reveals through a survey that in 28 African cities, people would run out of money if they had to stay home for 14 days. In Nigeria and Kenya, social media users have admitted that hunger has forced them to violate stay-at-home orders in order to search for food. As markets dropped, expectations increased for policymakers to step in and start implementing stimulus measures aimed at safeguarding global growth, such as lowering already low interest rates as a means to potentially facilitate more lending and consumer activity.
Unfortunately, we've come to the end of the program for today, and we hope that we've shed some light into you, and now you know when we embrace the new normal, you have ideas on what to do and what not to do. But remember, stay safe and stay home.